Welcome to Waldo West Tippin Gymnasium for men's basketball action here at Clarion University. My name is Ian Hunter. Joining me, Mr. Matt Knaler. Matt, last time we were here, we watched Clarion lose to Division III La Roche. The Golden Eagles are 0-2 to start the season. Both of their losses are against Division III opponents. And what do we have here tonight? Another Division III opponent.
It sounds like a bit of a broken record at this point, Ian. Again, we've seen two very close games here for Clarion so far this season against Teal and La Roche. Again, final second losses for the Golden Eagles this year. But again, the Golden Eagles still looking for their first win, and it's not going to be an easy win here tonight against.
If with two losses to Division III opponents,
you
can't take anything for granted.
You can never tell. I mean, the Golden Eagles tend to sometimes beat themselves in the second half, and so it's a tale of two teams. We've seen Clarion in the first half of these games, particularly against La Roche, play pretty well. The second half, not so much, and so it's going to be interesting to see exactly what team comes out here tonight.
It will be important for the Golden Eagles to find a way to score late. As Matt said, the Golden Eagles have struggled scoring late in these games. Only 12 combined points, that's from the free throw line late in games. They are struggling to find that player late in games that can just take a game over.
Well, that's what it's going to come down to. And again, we talked about some of these players here, for the Golden Eagles, Marcus Jones, Anthony Baker, who will not be playing tonight due to a violation of team rules. But some of these players, still getting used to Coach Ryder's system and perhaps getting used to playing, Division II basketball. Again, we talked about some of these kids coming in from community college, transfer students, one thing and another. But the Golden Eagles still looking for that player to help lead the team down the stretch, and so maybe we'll see that tonight.
Starting lineups for the Clarion Golden Eagles today: 0, Marcus Jones, 5'10" sophomore guard. He's trying to find his way in Division II basketball. Number 3, Calvin Edwards. Calvin Edwards will be looked at tonight as the man to lead this team in scoring. He has the past 2 games. Getting the start tonight, Dave Colbert, his first start this season. Number 12, Mike Kromka, will be playing the center position. And finally, Leonard Patterson is the senior guard. He is a shutdown defender. And as another player, we saw it during La Roche at times, he can be a guy who can score for him. He just has to find that consistent touch.
We saw a couple different players in that La Roche game really, I would say, have a strong presence. And we saw Leonard Patterson at times. We saw Mike Kromka have a couple of instances where he led the team down the stretch. So it's going to be Calvin Edwards we talk about, hitting a lot of shots from behind the arc, beyond the three-point line. It's going to be an interesting night to see exactly who can come out as this leader here for the Golden Eagles.
And we're getting ready for tip-off. Before we tip off, here's the Houghton Highlanders lineup. Andrew McCory, Colin Overholt, Seth Shea, Mark O'Brien, and Matt Ball. Kromka will win the tip-off, and Marcus Jones gets the ball for the Golden Eagles. They start things off. Lenny Patterson switching a lot between the 1 and 2 guard positions. Marcus Jones to start off. He hits the shot. Quick pull-up shot for Marcus Jones. Marcus Jones was 1 for 9 against La Roche.
It's good to see him get a good strong start early, getting that first bucket in for the Golden Eagles.
Houghton setting up. And good defense being played by the Golden Eagles. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Drive to the hoop. Good defense by Lenny Patterson. It's no good. Shot was attempted by Andrew McCory. Back to Lenny Patterson. Lenny drives, pulls up. No good. Rebound is out off Calvin Edwards.
Golden Eagles trying to find that rhythm early, and we see Calvin Edwards trying to get that ball inside. Clarion's got to do a good job of rebounding here today against this fairly tall Houghton team.
Houghton running out of time, and they are out. They're going to call a timeout. They called a timeout. Houghton was lackadaisical in getting across that center court line and nearly was called for an 8-second violation.
It's a good thing you got to call the timeout. Save yourself from turning the ball over this early in the game. But you
don't want to see a timeout this early either.
No, I mean, you don't want to burn them, but it's better than turning the ball over right off the bat, I would say. But if you're the Clarion Golden Eagles right now, one thing you like to see here from Coach Ryder is that strong defense inside and holding Houghton back behind the line. A good start for them.
So the Golden Eagles 0-2 coming into this game, trying to find their first win of the season. We knew it might be a tough year for the Golden Eagles going through their rebuilding process, but I don't think anyone expected them to lose to Teal and to La Roche to start things off.
No, you never want to lose to a pair of D3 schools here trying to get into the swing of things in the season.
Especially with PSAC play coming up this weekend. Houghton sending up their offense with 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Shot is up, it's good. Houghton takes the lead, three-pointer shot by Andrew McCory. So just like that.
If you're Clarion right now, you don't want to get behind too early. That one shot will do you.
Calvin Edwards gets that ball off to number 10, David Colbert, who hits the bucket. Clarion grabs the lead back, 4-3.
Bit of a press right here. The Golden Eagles trying to keep Houghton behind the line.
And blocked by Lenny Patterson. The Golden Eagles moving up the floor. Marcus Jones gets it to Kromka. Kromka driving line, and he's called out of bounds. Turnover by the Golden Eagles. Not something you want to see if you're Coach Ron Ryder.
Now, the defense looking pretty good here so far tonight, and I mean, we saw a little bit of a gap at the end. Sometimes that press can get away from you.
O'Brien has the ball. It gets the ball to McCory. McCory, the point guard, trying to set up his offense, waving his hands. Gets it to the corner. Three-point shot is up. It hits the backboard. Foul was called on Calvin Edwards. Number 31, Mark O'Brien, will go to the line for two. Or excuse me, Colin Overhaul will. It was a late whistle. Looked like
it almost looked like
Calvin Edwards might get away with it.
Almost looked like a block, but a little too much contact on that shot.
Free throw is no good by Overholt. Overholt, a 6'2" junior. Trying to tie it up with his final free throw. That's no good. Rebound picked up by Kromka. And Marcus Jones moves up the floor quickly for the Golden Eagles. Colbert gives that ball back to Lenny Patterson. The Golden Eagles working the perimeter. Back to Patterson. Marcus Jones, a deep three-point attempt, no good. Rebound picked up by Overholt. McCory working his way down the floor. McCory's going to set up the offense. McCory is going to be the player, I believe, tonight, Matt, we'll see really dictating this offensive flow for Houghton.
Yeah, and he's had some luck early here, getting a shot down in the corner.
And that ball is good. Seth Shea, the senior guard, gets it to go, and Houghton again has the lead. Lenny Patterson answers real quick. Before you even get your head around, Lenny Patterson scored.
That's exactly what Clarion needs, though, so far right now. Ian tries to kind of go pace for pace, toe-to-toe here tonight with Houghton.
Shea has the ball, working against Calvin Edwards. Shea gives the ball off. Good defense being displayed by the Golden Eagles. 16:30 remaining in this first half. Drive to the hoop, no good. Houghton picks up the rebound. Houghton to the hoop, blocked by Lenny Patterson. That's 2 blocks for Lenny Patterson already.
Big night for him early on, not only with that layup, but again playing pretty good defense as well. He could be that leader that the Golden Eagles are looking for down the stretch.
Lenny Patterson has the ball, gets it down low to Kromka. Kromka, using his size, gets to the rim, is fouled, and will go to the line for 2.
Kromka's going to be that big guy tonight, Ian. He's going to be the one that Clarion's going to need on the inside to help get those rebounds. Again, we talked about just a little bit earlier how Clarion, tends to be undersized here. We talk about a couple of guards with, talk about Marcus Jones and Leonard Patterson being the big contributors. Clarion's going to need some inside presence tonight, and it could be from Kromka.
First shot is good. Coming in, checking in for the Golden Eagles, number 2, Tyrone McFadden. 6'1" sophomore from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Kromka's second shot is no good. Rebound picked up by Houghton's number 44, Matt Ball. Now McCory working against Lenny Patterson, works up the floor.
Good defense again, as we mentioned here so far tonight for Clarion, trying to play that press and keep Houghton back.
Nearly taken away by Lenny Patterson. McCory got it off. Ball got that shot up, and it's good. We're tied at 7. McFadden had that ball, gave it right back to Marcus Jones. Lenny Patterson with 15 and a half minutes remaining in the first half. Marcus Jones, quick pull-up shot, it's no good. Rebound picked up by McCory. McCory looked like he was going to take off sprinting, decided to hold off. Marcus Jones, after hitting that first shot, has missed his next three. That three-pointer's up, no good. Lenny Patterson skies for the rebound, gets it up to Marcus Jones. And Marcus Jones gets it down low to Kromka. Kromka under the hoop, gets it in.
Kromka again using that size underneath, Ian. We talk about Patterson playing so well so far. He's doing a little bit of everything, playing good offense, getting the shots, getting some blocks, and right there trying to force that steal.
McCory now working against Marcus Jones. McCory kicks it out. Looked like Houghton was going to try to set it for a three-point attempt, but good defense by the Golden Eagles. 10 seconds on the shot clock, 14 and a half minutes remaining. Ball put that shot up, and it's good again. Good defense by Mike Kromka, but ball hit the shot. So Houghton going toe for toe, going blow for blow with the Golden Eagles to start out. Not an easy matchup for the Golden Eagles.
No, it's going to be a long night if Clarion can't stop Houghton scoring.
Colbert misses the shot, rebound. Picked up by Ball, and McCory will work up the floor. Seth Shea gives up the ball back to McCory. 13 and a half, real low scoring game, obviously 9-9, and we're at 13 and a half minutes remaining. Pickpocked by Lenny Patterson. Lenny Patterson active in all facets of the game so far.
Talk about it being low scoring. Both of these teams using the shot clock, most of the shot clock anyway. We've seen it get down to single digits quite a few times tonight.
Lenny Patterson for three, no good. Rebound, no rebound. It's an over the back call. It's on Mike Kromka. That's his first, Clarion's first team foul. And we'll see Evan Battle check in. Evan Battle for the Golden Eagles, number 13, 6'6", 230-pound freshman Matt. He is a special player that should be here for a long time.
And he's the kind of person you want to build your team around, Ian. And we've talked about, exactly what he did in the last game against La Roche here before the break. And he was really leading that team down the stretch against their big men, against La Roche's big men. And it's someone like Evan Battle. He's, like I say, he's that kind of player you want to build the rest of your team around. He's one of the biggest guys on this team right now.
Is the biggest, 6'6".
Yeah, 6'6". And so he's another one of the guys, along with Kromka, who you're going to want to use inside tonight to get those rebounds and obviously box out.
Checking in for the Golden Eagles, Jeremy Schmader. Jeremy Schmader, the guard, the sophomore guard from North Clarion High School, made this team as a walk-on last year. Impressed Coach Ron Ryder with his just tough, gritty play. Getting some minutes here against Houghton. 9-9 in this game. Both teams playing good defense, but no one's really stepped up to put their staple in this game. That's what's gotten Clarion in trouble against Teal and La Roche.
And you talk about Schmader being sort of a gritty player. He's the kind of guy you want in there right now. A scrapper, someone who can force those turnovers and ultimately get some points on the board for Clarion.
To the hoop, no good is Houghton. They had a good play set up. Number 31, Mark O'Brien, was down there. Looked like he had a good shot at getting that ball. And foul was called. Evan Battle. Good play set up. Evan Battle, despite his size, he's a quick guy underneath the rim.
The passing underneath here, Ian, was very good too. A lot of these players they're working the ball around, and ultimately you find Battle underneath for the two, and that's going to help possibly make it a three-point play.
Checking in for the Highlanders is number 3, Brandon Camicho. He's subbing in for Matt Ball, who'll go to the bench. Golden Eagles are up 11-9. Evan Battle can make this a three-point ball game. And it's good.
We've seen Houghton time and time again tonight, Ian, respond to a score from the Golden Eagles. Let's see if they can do it again. This defense is tough.
McCory is blanketed by Calvin Edwards and Jeremy Schmader. It's another timeout by Houghton. That's their second timeout. It's 12-9. The Golden Eagles lead right now, but really a defensive game. No one's really making any big shots. It's just been kind of back and forth, and whoever can get rebounds right now.
Oh yeah, we talked about the low-scoring affair. 12-9 again. This is what I think it's going to be like this pretty much for the rest of the night. Both of these teams so far showing the grit, showing that they are ready to kind of play some tough, aggressive defense.
Let's not forget both teams are looking to get their first win today.
Well, yeah, and so I mean, there's kind of a lot to play for here for both these teams, especially for Clarion, as we mentioned, having lost 2 games already to 2 Division III schools. You don't want to make it a third.
And you wonder, Matt, if Clarion would press a little bit, just trying to get that win, just trying to get a win at home. I wonder if Houghton will take advantage of that.
Especially here again, before going into PSAC play, if you're Clarion, you want to get that first win here in the non-conference games.
Taken away by the Golden Eagles. Evan Battle gets it to Lenny Patterson. Lenny gets it to Calvin Edwards. Calvin gets it to go. Gets the layup. And Coach Ron Ryder calling for the press.
Good fast break play, though, on offense here for the Golden Eagles. That's going to help translate into some good defense, it looks like.
Houghton able to get out of the press. 3-point attempt is up. Doesn't even hit the rim. Rebound picked up by Schmader and off to Lenny Patterson. Lenny Patterson up to Kromka. No one was there. And he's denied by the rim. Couldn't quite get a good jump. Mike Kromka. Now Houghton moving up. They're going to slow it down. They actually lost the ball. Back to Kromka. Gets it to go this time. That'll make it a 16-9 lead. Clarion continuing to press. They seem to be having some success. 5-point lead for the Golden Eagles. 11:30 remaining in this first half.
Like I mentioned, Ian, this press helping to translate into good offensive possessions here for the Golden Eagles. They're playing fast-paced ball, and it's working for them right now.
Underneath, it went to number 31, Mark O'Brien. Or excuse me, Tyler McQuaid, the freshman 6'5" center from Lowman, New York. And we'll get another timeout. That foul was called on Lenny Patterson. Hits his first, team third. So 16-9 lead. 11:21 remaining in this first half. Nothing real exciting so far, Matt.
No, and you bring up a good point, though. We talked about really the lack of excitement in this game. Not a lot of big shots. It's just been a lot of back and forth. Layups, jump shots, the occasional 3 here from Houghton so far tonight. But that's, I think that leads to a bigger storyline in this game, and the Golden Eagles looking for someone to step up and become that leader. And is it going to be Evan Battle as a freshman who's had a couple of good games and hoping to have another one tonight? Is it going to be Lenny Patterson? We talked about being very versatile tonight on offense and defense. I would put my money on that one, on Lenny. But Clarion looking for that player to step up right now. It could be anyone, and I mean on this.
They need someone to step up.
It's not necessarily a young team, just somewhat inexperienced, given a lot of those players last year graduated and moved on. But there's someone that needs to step up for this Golden Eagles team. Tonight could be that night before you head into PSAC play on Saturday.
You forgot to mention Calvin Edwards, Matt. Calvin is a very good shooter, but he has a tendency to be very streaky. He's been off and on so far this season. I believe that's really hurt the Golden Eagles. So number 21, Tyler McQuaid, the freshman. His first free throw is good. Makes it 16-10.
We could throw David Colbert into the mix as well. I mean, there are a couple seniors on this roster.
Schmader playing the point, moves the ball up the floor. Marcus Jones has the ball now. And Schmader tried to fit that pass into a window. It was closed quickly. And now the Highlanders have the ball. Number 24, Brendan Campbell. Gives that ball off. He was working the point. Back to Campbell. Campbell against Evan Battle. And a travel is going to be called on Campbell. sophomore guard from Perry, New York.
And that's fortunate here for the Golden Eagles, Ian. They looked a little confused running that zone. They didn't exactly know where the ball was going, who they were defending. So good turn of events here for the Golden Eagles.
Marcus Jones gives to Kromka, now to Schmader. Schmader to Jones. The Golden Eagles really having some trouble getting down low, and they get there to battle. And Schmader will get the bucket and the foul. I just mentioned they were having trouble seeming to penetrate that zone that Houghton seems to be playing. And they get that ball to Jeremy Schmader, and he hits the bucket.
Chance to make it a three-point play, and we talked about his scrappiness a little bit earlier. You're seeing that here in Jeremy Schmader tonight so far, Ian. He is fighting inside, trying to get those turnovers, and if he doesn't get those turnovers, it makes it a tough time for this Houghton offense.
He misses the free throw. Houghton moves the ball up the floor. The foul was called. No shot. Foul's on Evan Battle. That's the first foul on Evan Battle, Clarion's fourth team foul.
We've seen the success of the press defense, forcing Houghton outside. They missed that shot.
Battle picked up that rebound, gave it to Marcus Jones. Schmader has it in the corner, back to Jones. Calvin Edwards shoots for three, it's no good. Rebound picked up by O'Brien. And Houghton going to take their good old time. They're down by 8, 18 to 10, 9:41 remaining in this first half. And Houghton displaying some good passing ability. They get the bucket moving underneath. Calvin Edwards going to the hoop, no good. Rebound picked up again by Calvin, he's denied. Kromka throws it up, no good, no fouls called. Kromka's picking himself off the floor. And Houghton right to the rim. And timeout by Coach Ron Ryder, visibly upset. Looks like Clarion lost their defensive prowess there.
Yeah, we talk about Houghton and their ability to go toe for toe here with the Golden Eagles tonight, and that's exactly what we're seeing on those last few shots. Is they will not slow down. They're playing very, very fast-paced basketball. The good passing underneath, and I mentioned that zone defense a little bit earlier. Clarion just didn't seem to know who they wanted to guard, and that's sort of what we saw on that series of plays. It was very fast, but at the same time, you try to set up anything to go against that fast-paced Houghton offense, those fast break plays. It's not going to work.
You saw from that replay, Clarion just having trouble hitting a shot underneath the rim there.
The simple things are what we're talking about, Ian. I mean, that's really what it comes down to when you go 0 for 2 against these Division III schools. You have to go back to the basics.
So Houghton trails only by 4. Golden Eagles leading 18 to 14. That ball is intercepted. Lenny Patterson trying to fit it into a very tight window. And Houghton driving again. The bucket is good. Number 22, Chris Confer, the senior guard forward at 6'6", drove to the rim and scored another bucket. Houghton within 2.
It's tough to stop those kind of shots.
Especially when there's a gaping hole right up the center of your defense. Rebound by Kromka. It was then fouled. Foul was on number 24, Brendan Campbell. This is a very young team you see from the Houghton Highlanders. Only 2 seniors, that's Chris Confer. Or excuse me, 3 seniors, Chris Confer, Seth Shea, and Mark O'Brien. A lot of freshmen and sophomores on this Highlander team.
I think they're a young team as well, and we talked about them trying to find their first win. I mean, both teams playing for a lot tonight.
And after a couple second chance shots, Tyrone McFadden, it was probably maybe his 4th chance shot, he finally got that one to go. Clarion again up by 4.
If at first you don't succeed, try and try and try again.
8 minutes remaining. Houghton displaying some good passing ability, but it's picked off by Lenny Patterson. Lenny Patterson gets stripped. And Lenny Patterson on the floor, holding his wrist. And that's not good news for the Golden Eagles to see their senior point guard shaking his right wrist, still holding it. And he might have to come out of the game.
That would be such a loss here for the Golden Eagles, even though he's smiling a little bit. It doesn't look as bad as initially thought here, but still, any injury to Patterson would be devastating here for the Golden Eagles, who we talked about Patterson earlier, really being a big contributor all around tonight. Wouldn't be good for the Golden Eagles.
Lenny Patterson having a pretty decent evening, not so much on the score sheet, but everywhere else. And here we'll see that replay again of Tyrone McFadden just trying and finally succeeding. And that's a 20. We have a 20-16 game. 7:55 remaining in this first half. Clarion has 4 fouls. The Highlanders have 5.
It's eerily similar Ian, to the LaRoche game, where we saw it was within a couple points going into the half. I mean, 8 minutes to go here in this here in the first half, but it's eerily similar right now. Hopefully, if the Golden Eagles can pick up a pace, get the defense back to where they were just a few minutes ago, playing that good tight press defense, excuse me, and holding back the Highlanders.
The Golden Eagles have had their opportunity so far tonight. They are struggling again from the field. I can't name the last time someone had a jump shot.
No, and that's exactly what we're talking about. I mean, this offense has been pretty stagnant the last few minutes. The only things they really have gotten are those shots inside, be it simple layup or what have you.
Lenny Patterson has remained on the floor, fighting through the bump he took on that last possession. Lenny kicks it out. Marcus Jones for 3. No good. Rebound picked up by Houghton. No good. Good defense by Kromka. McCory just doesn't have the height at 5'11" against Kromka at 6'6". Kromka kicks it out to Jones. Jones floats one up. No good. Jones has not hit a shot since his first shot of the game.
Not only is he in a scoring drought, but this team is as well. Clarion needs to get something on the board.
Shea gives that ball off to number 3, Camacho. Camacho tries to get it down low, and Lenny Patterson with the hops gets up, tips that ball away. Another turnover for Houghton. 6:40 remaining in this first half. Marcus Jones nearly has that ball go through his fingertips. That would have been bad. Lenny Patterson kicks it out. McFadden tries to find some room on the hop. No good. And Houghton right now has to be saying to themselves, this is exactly what we wanted to see happen. It's a low-scoring game, and anything can happen.
It's still very close. Again, only a 4-point difference, and that means either team really can still take advantage of the other's mistakes.
We're at 6 minutes. The offense for the Highlanders really just staying put. 6 seconds on the shot clock. 3 ball attempt is up, not even off the rim. McCory really just forced that shot up. Now McFadden will work down the floor for the Golden Eagles. Lenny Patterson has an open look at a 3. It's no good, but a foul is called. I believe it's going to be a push on Tyler McQuaid. That'll be the 6th foul on the Highlanders. Subs come in for both teams. Calvin Edwards for the Golden Eagles and number 22, Chris Confer for the Highlanders.
These last few plays, Ian, it's not so much that the defense has been good for both of these teams, just the offense. Neither team is hitting their shots.
Lenny Patterson passes that ball off. Now to Calvin Edwards for 3, no good. Rebound picked up by Calvin. Quick Shot up again by Calvin. It's still no good. That rebound was picked up by Confer, and he works up the floor. .5:10 remaining in this first half. McCory working against Lenny Patterson. McCory works to the outside. That ball will stay with the Highlander. It was knocked out of bounds by Evan Battle. 20-16 the score remains with 5 minutes remaining. Quick shot up again, it's no good. Calvin Edwards grabs the rebound.
Those are the kind of shots I'm talking about, Ian. In the corner, you should have an opportunity to make it. Neither team can seem to hit those outside shots tonight. That's why we have a low-scoring affair.
Clarion struggling against the zone. Houghton is playing right now. Kromka with a shot. That's good. Finally, the drought has ended. Someone has scored a point.
And finally, like we talked about, Mike Kromka using that height inside a little bit, getting that jump shot off, and ending the Clarion scoring drought that has gone on for about 5 minutes.
22-16 is the score. Confer with a shot, it's good. Confer has been the best player for the Houghton Highlanders so far.
Nice turnaround jump shot for him, and it was only 2, but it's still something matching up with Clarion.
Evan Battle, shot from just outside the free throw line. Rebound picked up by Kromka. It bounces around, no good. Under 4 minutes to go. Back to Confer. Confer kicks it out. Confer is fouled though. He was kicking the ball out to the outside where number 30, Sachet, was waiting. Foul is going to be called on Evan Battle. That's his second. 3:55 remaining. We'll be seeing number 11 for the Golden Eagles, Corey Belovich, checking in here, the 6'3", 195-pound junior from Pitts, Pennsylvania. Hopefully they'll be able to spark some sort of offense. That's been a dry first half, to say the very least.
It has for both teams too. We talked about Clarion's finally ending their first scoring, getting the first shot here in the last 5 minutes, ending their scoring drought. Houghton's had a bit of a same problem. We've seen them try the three-point shot a lot tonight, Ian, and it hasn't fallen. And we've seen Macquarie here with a couple shots outside. He made one early in the game, but that's it. And so if you're both Houghton and Clarion right now, one thing you want to do is focus on the shots you can make instead of forcing the shots that you have had, only some luck making.
So 5 fouls for the Golden Eagles, 6 for the Houghton Highlanders, and Ron Ryder is, whatever hair he has left, he's pulling out, I'm sure, just watching his offensive performance right now.
Oh, absolutely. We talked about the low-scoring affair, as I mentioned. It's not so much the defense playing well tonight, Ian. It's in the last few minutes anyway. It's that these teams just aren't finding ways to score. And so if you're Coach Ryder right now, you need to draw something up for your big guys inside. We've seen Kromka with a few points tonight. He's been pretty successful underneath. People like Patterson and Calvin Edwards on the outside just haven't been as fortunate tonight.
So Houghton has possession after the Evan Battle foul, and a quick three-pointer is up, no good. Lenny Patterson gets the ball. He's going to the hoop, puts that ball up, it's good. Lenny Patterson makes it 24-18.
We saw the success Patterson had in the game against LaRoche, driving the lane, finding points in the paint, and you find it right there for him.
3.5 remaining. Houghton goes down low. Foul is called on Lenny Patterson. And number 30, Sachet, will go to the line for 2. That's the second foul on Lenny Patterson.
Both teams playing pretty aggressive tonight. 6 team fouls apiece.
We're seeing Jeremy Schmader check in again. That first free throw was no good. And Jeremy Schmader getting more time tonight because Anthony Baker is not in uniform. Second free throw is good. Cuts that lead to 5, and now Marcus Jones works up the floor for the Golden Eagles. Gets that ball to Schmader, back to Jones. Jones working that offense with his guards. Schmader shoots the three, it's no good. Calvin Edwards does a great job trying to get that ball out to Marcus Jones, and then Marcus Jones try to force it back inside.
Calvin Edwards showing really the senior leadership and the smart play right there. Just instead of trying to get that ball for himself, he knocks it back out to Jones, who in turn tried to make a play on it again.
So Coach Ron Ryder very upset that the officials are not calling the timeout that he wanted. So 24-19. We're still trying to see if someone's going to step up and be that scorer for the Golden Eagles.
It's tough to say if anything's going to come of this perhaps newfound scoring we've seen from Kromka underneath, or perhaps we talk about this fast break offense that has worked for both teams tonight, really. But we talked about Clarion they need someone to step up. It's tough to tell who it's going to be.
So 3:07 remaining in this first half. Coach Ron Ryder, as you can see on your screen, is
livid.
Livid is
livid.
livid, barring another adjective. Trying to get his offense to do something.
When he was talking to the official, he was telling the official that he wanted to get a timeout, and the official wasn't paying attention to him. At least that's how Coach Ryder felt. But finally, Coach Ryder gets that timeout, gets the opportunity to draw something up here for his team. And again, with 3 minutes left and a 5-point lead, you want to get a few more points on the board for the half.
Schmader gets the ball, gives it back to Calvin Edwards, and Schmader wasn't paying attention, got hit right in the head. And Belovich able to get that bucket to go. And I'm sure Jeremy Schmader will catch some flack from his teammates for that.
Yeah, you never want to look like the guy who's not paying attention. Unfortunately for him, he didn't know that ball was coming back to him.
Houghton setting up their offense, 2.5 minutes to go in this first half. Confer gave that ball down low. What a pass by Confer. Got it to number 31, Mark O'Brien. We're again at a 5-point game.
That's the second time we've seen that play. Backdoor, points in the paint here, baseline for Houghton tonight.
And this zone defense that Houghton has been employing is giving the Golden Eagles all sorts of fits. Marcus Jones, this will be a deep two, and it's good. Marcus Jones hits his second shot. 4 points for Marcus Jones now. And a 3-point attempt is good for the Highlanders. Makes it a 5-point game.
Yeah, they're going to call it a long two, but
Kromka gives it back. This zone defense, you can shoot in a zone defense, Matt, but the Clarion Golden Eagles are struggling so much, shooting that ball, that it's hard to do anything against the zone defense if you're not shooting well.
Well, exactly. It's a lot of times what the zone defense will do for you is it kind of creates a couple of opportunities. Depending on the style of play from your offense, depending on what you draw up, you could set something up outside or perhaps drive inside. We haven't really seen anything successful tonight from Clarion against the Highlanders zone, and that's I would say one of the key things that's perhaps making Coach Ryder livid tonight. We go back to that, but he's not seeing a lot of productivity from this offense. That's one of the reasons why.
That offensive foul was called on Mike Kromka. That's his second foul. Foul is called on this time Belovich. That's the 8th team foul on the Golden Eagles. That's the first for Belovich. Now we'll see Shea go to the line for the bonus. Shea's first shot is good. Cuts that lead to 4.
Bonuses right now, if you're Clarion, that's where you don't want your opponent to be. Just keep.
That's second shot is good. Sorry to cut you off, Matt.
No, I was going to say, well, that's one of the things, turns those 1-point opportunities into a 2-point opportunity if you make it. Clarion can't afford that at this point in the game.
McFadden try to get that ball low, It's picked up by the Highlanders, though. The Golden Eagles are being outplayed again by a Division III opponent. That shot is up for good. That shot is up and good. Number 11, Colin Overholt, makes it a 1-point game, 28-27. And I can see Coach Ron Ryder's hair turning gray all the way over here.
Well, he's not happy, that's for sure. And if you're the Golden Eagles, you got to get something on the board soon.
Shot is up and it's good. Tyrone McFadden gets the bucket to go. It's a 2-pointer, 30-27. 27 seconds remaining. Only a few seconds between the shot and game clock. Ball's in Confer's hands. Confer trying to find some room, and he gets it. Cuts it to a 1-point lead. 5 seconds remaining. Schmader has the ball, gets the ball to Colbert. Colbert back to Schmader. Schmader at the buzzer, no good. And so the Golden Eagles will go into halftime only leading by 1. 30-29 is the score. And you can hear the upset bells a-ringing, Matt.
Like I mentioned a little bit earlier in the game, Ian, it's eerily similar to that La Roche game from the 15th, November 15th. We talked about how this Division III team comes here in the Tippin Gymnasium, starts to play toe-to-toe here with the Golden Eagles. And if you're Clarion right now, you need to figure out two things: A, how to score, and B, how to shut down that fast-paced Houghton offense. Because when they start going toe-for-toe with you, it's really hard to stop them.
They're having troubles manning up, and really the player who's been doing so great for the Highlanders has been number 22, Chris Confer. We'll see what he can do in the second half of play. We're going to send it to a quick break. We'll be back for the second half of action here from West Tippin Gymnasium. We'll see you after this short break.